Well, all right, y'all, welcome back. So today I am down in Kansas, Marysville, Kansas. I'm right on the edge of town here, and I am at a rope ferry historical marker area, kind of sort of thing. If you can see it, this thing right here is the actual rope ferry. There's a little historic marker over here. We'll check that out, and there's a couple of signs over here we'll check out. All right, I'm gonna have to read this sign to you guys because we've got the rope ferry right there. So this says, the history of this site. In the 1800s, this site was 100 feet south of the Blue Earth, or what's known as the Big Blue River. The river flowed 1/4 mile southeast of here before looping back west. This horseshoe-shaped channel was cut off in the 1930s when a new highway and bridge were built. In 1851, Francis J. Marshall built a group of cabins near his home site on a knoll 700 feet northeast of here. His general store was an Indian trading post and the first civilian post office in Kansas Territory. He built a blacksmith shop, stables and corrals, and the city of Marysville grew from this beginning near the intersection of many historic trails. Trail traffic often crossed a low water ford north of this park, bringing westbound travelers through this very spot on the south bank of the river. Marshall's rope ferry operated further upriver. Often hundreds of wagons with thousands of pioneers camped for days, waiting their turn to cross. Pioneer death from illness was common, and diaries tell stories of many graves near the crossings. So we've got the historical marker here, and what you see right there is a rope ferry. So basically there would be a rope, I think, strung across the creek or the river or whatever they were trying to cross, and then this ferry was attached to the rope, and it would go across the river to transport people back and forth. And don't quote me on any of that nonsense, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it worked. You would load people up on here, probably close these ends up, and then this, I think you would stand here and you would turn this, and it would pull you along the rope one way or the other. You can see the gear set here. And then down on the sides here, you can see where there would have been like, the rope would have gone through there, probably on a pulley. Yeah, that's neat. So they would have just loaded this thing up with horses and carriages and whatnot. I wonder if this is still like open and I could pick this up. Look at these big old hinges. See if I can pick it up. Oh! I think you probably could if you wanted to. So it would have been on some floats or whatnot. I don't know exactly how they have this thing set up, but there you go. It's interesting to know how they got people across the rivers, because the bridges like we have today didn't always exist. Okay, here's another side. I'm going to read all the sides to you just because I want to read them. And this one tells about the rope ferry. All right, so this says, this is a replica of the craft used by pioneers, Pony Express riders, and other trail travelers. Emigrants were among the first to cross the Big Blue River on the original Frank Marshall ferry, paying up to $5 per wagon. That would have been a ton of money back then. 25 cents per head of livestock, and 25 cents per head of livestock to cross. The original ferry was located 1,200 feet northwest of here from 1851 until 1864, when a bridge was finally built. A rope crossed the river above the ferry, which rode a pulley back and forth. By turning the wheel, another rope would shift the ferry into or away from the swift river current, pushing the ferry across the river. Yeah, $5 per wagon plus 25 cents per head. That had to have been a lot of money back then. But what else are you gonna do? And then over here, we've got another big marker, and there's a bunch of little signs that tell of some roads, or towns. No, some roads like Alcove Spring, approximately 6.5 miles south on East River Road, a campsite on the Oregon-California Trail named by the Reed Donner Party of 1846, burial site of Sarah Keys of that party. Also used as early as 1820 by fur trappers and missionaries. So there was a bunch of different things that happened around here. And then here we've got like a sign of how the trails were back in the day. Can you guys see that at all? It's hard to see with the reflection. So Marysville, Kansas, I'm right down here, and all these trails came through here and went across Nebraska and out into the west. So you have the Oregon and like the Mormon trails going into Salt Lake City. But it says California Trail, Oregon Trail, St. Joe Road, Military Road, Mormon Trail, Pony Express Trail, the Overland Stage, and the Oto, Missouri. And it tells a little bit more about a few of the trails and whatnot. Well, it's neat, y'all. I'm gonna snap a couple of pictures while we're here, and then I need to run to Walmart because I still need to grab like the little butane canister for my Jetboil. I don't think they'll have Jetboil brand, but they should have something there that I can use. We'll figure something out. So I'm gonna get some pictures snapped and I'll see you guys on the road. All right, so we're heading into Marysville right now. This is a really cool older town. I've been through here a couple of times. Kind of the area we're headed to, there's an off-road park. I'm not gonna go into the off-road park. Oh, there's actually a campground here in town. I didn't know that. I don't plan to go into the off-road park because I don't have somebody with me. It's not really something you want to do alone, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a cool park. Oh, there's an old steam locomotive right here. Check that guy out. Union Pacific 460. I could probably spend plenty of time in this town just checking out the stuff down here, but we'll go hit the Walmart quick. Here we go. Perfect, right up front. I really don't know what that's all about, but there's squirrels all over town like that. It's kind of weird. Well, this is it for here, and this is much larger. It's not going to fit inside of the Jetboil, but I need one, so I'm going to pick it up anyways. That's all I've got here for these little ones. All right. Hopefully you're not shaking too much, but out of Walmart, got everything I needed. I took a wander through the camping aisle to see if there was anything else, but wasn't any of those things that I couldn't live without type of deal. All right, so I'm headed down towards Tuttle Creek Lake, which if you guys look that up, it's just north of Manhattan, Kansas, and it is a huge lake. There's multiple campgrounds on each side, so I'm not exactly where I'm gonna go. The off-road park that I was talking about is like on the very northwest end of it, for the most part, and there's a campground just north of that, which I have stayed at, but that has been years and years ago, way before the whole YouTube nonsense. So we'll probably start there just to see what it looks like, because I know it's there, and we'll see what we can do. So I got a 46-minute drive to Fancy Creek State Park.
Head south toward US 36 West.
All right, let's get on down the road. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. We've made it to an awesome spot down here. I am at Fancy Creek State Park, just on the north side of Tuttle Creek in Kansas. So I'm giving the spot away on this one. I usually don't do that. But as you can see, you got the truck there. And then at this spot, you have this big, rad, like poured concrete shelter. There's a couple of them around here. You can see one right there. And if you go down this big hill, which maybe we'll check that out in the morning, I'm at the very north side of the lake, and there's a couple of camp spots down there, but you're at the bottom of such a big hill. With what you guys can see of the sun, which is right there poking through the trees, that was already behind the top of the hill, so it was already getting dark down there, and it was already chilly. It's about 65 degrees right now. I guess I can give you guys a little bit of a weather report before we pop the truck open and whatnot. But let's see. Yeah, 65 right now. We have a low of 51 tonight. And then there is a chance of rain, like late tonight, midnight to maybe 7 a.m. Very, very small chance of rain. So we'll see if that happens. There's a bunch of firewood laying here. So I'm gonna check quick to make sure there's no fire restrictions, because there might be down here, but I'll check and we'll get this thing roaring. But for now, let's just get this truck popped open. Well, we're rocking and rolling here. Got a couple things to grab out of the cab. Oh, I gotta grab my gas bottle. Should be all we need. Alright. Yeah, that's way bigger than the old one, but as long as it works, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I don't know why I even took that out of the bag. Alright. Let's just see what we can do about this fire. Get it nice and warm. Shout out to whoever left me the wood. Thank you. Well, I didn't stop anything and grab anything really different. All I've got with me pineapple drinks, which I really like them, so that's what we're drinking. This pineapple Spindrift. I'm gonna enjoy this fire. I haven't been down here in Kansas in a little while. I have filmed ooh, it's echoey in here. I don't know how that's gonna sound on the camera. I have filmed a couple of videos down here, but it's been some years, a couple of years at least, since I've been down here. If I remember, I'll link some of the previous videos that I've done, but I'm just gonna enjoy the evening. Got a pretty simple dinner tonight. Not sure, probably just eat it in the truck since it's gonna be dark at like 5 o'clock. Feels good to get out. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting back to normal. But I almost don't even want to say that because I feel like I'm going to jinx myself and all that nonsense. So I'm feeling good though, and I want to say thanks to you guys for watching. You know, you guys make this all possible, so cheers to that. It's nice out here. Can you hear the semi in the distance? There's a big bridge right over here. You would have been able to see it from the other campground that I could have stayed at. We'll check that out in the morning. We'll just drive across it. I don't know. I think there's like a lookout point that we can hike to and check it out. I don't know. We'll see what I figure out in the morning. But I'm enjoying it here. The fact that this is all like, I don't know if they're pine trees, evergreen. You know, it is an evergreen style of tree. All around here, I guess that one looks terrible, but everything else is still green, and it's just nice to see. Yeah, it's a semi. I can hear it. Yeah. You know, you got all the gorgeous greenery here, which is nice, and then yeah, the sun setting right over here. It's beautiful. I don't know what these things are. Some sort of like old school stove. I looked at them at every campsite and they're all missing pieces. So you can see this is like a chimney back here, but they all have like things where you should have been able to slide something in and out of here. There would have been like a tray or something, but they're all missing it. There's one over there at that campground. It's still got like a chain dangling, so there had to have been a tray that pulled out. They're like little smoker things. It's it's like a smokestack, like a chimney back here. There should be one over there. I guess I didn't go down and look at that one. Let's go check that out. Oh, these look the same. These are cool little camp spots, man. This one, it doesn't look like anybody is driving down to it. But I don't know. Yeah, you can see there's a chain on this one too. Curious how that would have looked. You got a bunch of like mud daubers and stuff on the ceilings of these things. The one up there is the same way. This one's got a little bit more graffiti. Surprised there isn't more, honestly. Yeah, not much. This would be a good spot to come bike camp at. I'd ride my bike down there. The thing says, the sign up there says paved or graveled pads only. Like, it looks like there was a gravel pad right here. I know you guys can't see it, but I mean, there's definitely a gravel spot kind of where I'm at. And there's no little parking bollards. If you guys can see that. No, not really. Little like curbs. There's no curbs there. Yeah, see, it's open there and then it's all gravel here. And you can tell people have been parking over here, so we're chilling. All right, y'all. Well, I've made it into the rig tonight and grab some food for dinner. I didn't grab anything crazy tonight, but I do have a little bit of a concoction. What we have here, that should be good. So we're just gonna toss together a salad tonight because we gotta try to be somewhat healthy sometimes. But I also did grab these Lay's chips. These are Nashville hot chicken flavor, and this sounds pretty tasty. I guess I do need something to eat with, right? We've got ourselves a little silverware here. So what I grabbed was, we've got baby spinach. rotisserie chicken that's been like chopped up and peeled off. Crispy jalaps. I've used these before and I love these. We also have some Oscar Mayer real bacon bits. These look tasty, and we picked up some spicy ranch. That should be good on there. Really simple salad dinner tonight, but with the spicy tater chips, should be good. I could definitely just dump this whole thing of chicken in there. We don't need to do that. We'll just do like half of it. And it's just a spinach salad. See what this is all about. There we go. Chicken bacon ranch. Oh, that was a lot. You'll be fine. And you gotta have the crispy jalaps on there. And of course, we'll get a little bit of this ranch on there. There we go. That's a lot of ranch. I like it. Cheers, y'all. I mean, really, it's all you need. I could have, well, I guess I probably should have, just put this in a tortilla. It would have been great in a tortilla. Spinach is great. Put a little bit more chicken on there. Why not? But we gotta try these tater chips here. These Nashville hot chicken chips. So these are limited edition. It's the only reason I grabbed them is because they were limited. It says smoky crispy wow. Spicy smoky crispy wow. Give it a whirl. It's a tasty, tasty smell. I don't know what that is. It's the Nashville. Because I don't know what Nashville's about. Ain't never been there. It's a hot chicken, but it's like a roasted chicken almost. I don't even know what to say about that. It's hot. It's definitely hot. Put a little. It's like croutons, right? A little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. This would have definitely burritoed. Should have brought some tortillas. But I did not. But that's plenty meaty. That was good. That was good. Well, good morning, y'all. It seems as though I didn't film anything after I ate dinner last night. I watched part of a movie. I ended up going to bed within like an hour. And it's pretty late already. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up. It was kind of rainy. I get stormed in the middle of the night. I should have filmed it. I don't know why I didn't turn a camera on. Well, there was some thunder and lightning and stuff, and everything is wet outside, obviously. Get out of here, fly. How are you guys still alive down here? Get off my lawn. But it rained pretty good last night. It woke me up at like 4 in the morning, dude, and I was up for a couple hours. I couldn't sleep, so I ended up falling asleep this morning, like when it was starting to get light out, I think, and slept for a little while longer. Like, honestly, I could close my tailgate back up and go to sleep, but I had to go to the bathroom. So, I'm up, took my pills, having some breakfast. Might as well just get myself a cup of coffee going. Do my thing, right? Guess we'll see how well this big tank works. I suppose I can give you guys some extra light. It's way too big to fit inside of there. That's the nice thing about the Jetboil branded ones. I know there's some other brands you can get. It's kind of surprising that Coleman doesn't make them to fit inside of something like this, because there's other companies that make these type of things too, or that Coleman doesn't just make their own. I don't know. Of course, I drank my whole bottle of water last night. We do have more water in here. We're gonna rock some Folgers and chill with that this morning. I don't have my fancy cup with me. It's nice though. We're at about the high temperature for today. It's gonna be cooler today than it was yesterday, but spilling all over my floor. Why do you do that to me? Dang old dang. Ooh. Dangerous. Should be good to go there. What's your favorite type of instant coffee? The Nescafe is pretty good. I do have that with me also. I like Folgers. Obviously, I'm drinking that. But I've heard the Nescafe, like, gold label or something. I haven't seen it, but there's like a premium Nescafe that I'm going to have to try. Well, the sun is finally coming out. It's actually almost noon. It's 11:11. So I should probably do something, you know what I mean? why don't we take a wander down to the bottom, go down this big hill here, and give you guys a shot of the bridge. It's pretty sweet. It's huge. Won't convey to the camera as well as I want, I'm sure, but it's pretty rad. Everything is wet. It's starting to dry out though. There actually was, I was hearing thunder, and you guys wouldn't be able to see it, but it's dark to the, that would be north, yeah. But I don't think it's going to head this way, and I'm going to keep going farther south, so. Well, the wind has picked up a little bit. Not bad. You guys might be able to see I put my WeBoost antenna up. My signal is fine out here, but gotta look cool too, right? I was actually looking at the center mast portion of the antenna. It's removable, so you don't have to put that in there. I don't think I need it in there, so I think I'm probably gonna figure out, probably at some point, take that out of there. So it sits way lower, and then I might try to mount it somewhere else. I don't know. I'd like to get it outside of that basket, but we shall see. It doesn't need to be that tall. Well, let's get headed on down the road, I suppose. There's more of those structures out here too. And this is I don't know if you guys can tell that we're going down a hill, but we're going down a hill. And you come out into this big, vast open area down here. And you can see the water right there. So that's like the river, and at times this will all be wet down here. Like there's a boat ramp right here. It's just going to be really hard for you guys to see it. But if we turn here, off in the distance, you can probably see that giant bridge. Let me grab a different camera. Check that out. See a car up there. But it's huge. And the lake, oop, hit the camera. The lake is way down there. Like it gets really, really big. There's a huge dam at the end of this. But there's camping on the other side too, I believe. And there's a boat ramp right there. But you've also got camping all up in here. I mean, there's some decent spots, but it's a giant hill, like I said yesterday. So when I came down here to look, like the sun was already back behind there. But it's a nice spot. And there's hiking trails all through here. trash over there. Kind of sloppy through here. Yes, it's like flinging mud. Dang. Trash is a little full. So yeah, you can see the river there behind the beautiful dumpster. You know, it goes up in a curve and way up through this valley here. To do that. And then you've got like another little pond, a little bit of water there. But like I said, at times this is all completely underwater. All right, a little bit of trash. Well, I think on that note, I should get back in the truck. All right, made it back into the truck. Yeah, it's a really nice spot down here. Oop, about to spill my coffee. It's a cool area, and like I said, there is an off-road park here. Like I could take my truck through there. I've taken my truck through there twice. At some point we need to come down here and do that, but like I said, you need other people with you. It's not a Lone Ranger type of ordeal. You don't want to get yourself stuck in there, and you definitely could. I've had to get, I think both times I've been in there I had to get a tug because I got hung up, but that's about it for my coffee. I drank it all in the back of the truck pretty much. All right, I'm gonna get headed on down the road a little farther, so as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.